Yes, I'm a volunteer police officer. I'm actually a special sergeant. The rank really denotes that I'm supervising teams. I have a team of 9 police officers, volunteer police officers, that I look after. As a special sergeant, I've been about a year, but as a special constable, I've been one for nearly 3.5 years. I've always liked to contribute to the community. My wife does a lot of charity work. I believe that if I could contribute in some way, that would be very, very helpful. And joining the police and actually making an impact, a direct impact in the lives of the community, I thought that would be a wonderful way to do it. Yes, absolutely. I've become more known for the good reasons. A lot of the shopkeepers know me. I pop in to say hello. You get a lot of respect and you give respect. They don't believe it. They don't believe me at all. When they tell me I'm a volunteer police officer, they sometimes think, no, really? How do you get the time to do it? You've got a busy full-time job, you're married with kids, how do you manage it? But anyway, when they find out it's true, they think it's wonderful. How do I manage it? I tell you what, it's a juggling act. I try to dedicate one day of the week where I do policing. I'm a Thursday person. I was known at Slough as the special that comes in on Thursday, and a lot of specials would come in on Thursdays. I would be like clockwork. You could set your Swiss watch that Qasim would be coming at 4 p.m. at the Slough police station. I would dedicate that Thursday, and that's how I would manage my time. Actually, I would answer that question. It's actually worked both ways. I'm actually quite I wouldn't say an older volunteer officer. I brought a lot of experience with me, so a lot of it I'm actually putting to good use towards being a special officer. I use a lot of common sense. I use my life skills, but at the same time, it's given me feedback in terms of it's given me more self-assurance, how to deal with difficult people. It's given me a knowledge of law. So in that way, it's made me a bit more all-round in terms of being confident. Learn, experience, and enjoy. Oh, that's embarrassing. I really didn't know anything about it. That came out of the blue. I'm 100% sure they're more deserving specials than I was at that time. But anyway, someone put my name forward. I think the only thing that I can think of why I could have been awarded that is because I love actually mentoring junior specials, and I give time to them. So I take them with me, get them up to training. There's something called independent patrol status where a special has to work towards that to actually work alone. So I did a lot of mentoring, a lot of coaching, a lot of helping them, because the first experience is crucial for a special who's joined, that it's the right experience, so they enjoy it. Actually, yes and no. My first ever job was with the Met Police. I was an engineer, and whilst there, doing all the electronics, I was fascinated by the uniform police there, and that fascinated me. But also, it brought upon respect for the crime they actually try to resolve, and I was very interested in that, and that really gravitated towards me eventually doing something in terms of police fighting. Crime fighting, and that's why I joined the specials later on. My normal day job. I've been in my current job for 23 years. So yeah, I'm a double lifer, as they say, in full-time jobs. My job is International Development Director. The job involves really traveling around the world. It sounds glamorous, but it's not, I'm telling you. It's very intensive, very pressurized. I go around setting up television audience measurement services. These are companies that actually provide TV ratings information, like who's watched which particular program. So the job involves going around setting up these technologies and services around the world. It's given me an experience of working in 24 countries around the world. So that's I would say is a great experience to have. I think what I find personally very rewarding is something that I believe came from my early days. As I said, I was an engineer before, and a lot of stuff, sometimes I used to repair VCRs, not telling you how ancient I am. There were something called video cassette recorders in my days, and I used to repair this free of charge for elderly people. And I found that extremely rewarding when you do something for free and you get a smile on a person's face. And that was priceless. And it's the same thing with when you're becoming a special constable. You're doing it for absolutely free. You're giving your spare time and you're making a direct impact in people's lives, a positive impact. And when you do that and you're helping, that is extremely rewarding. Odd moments, there have been quite a few, but I think my oddest moment was my first ever shift. Basically, there were three specials, two greenhorns, which was included me, and a more experienced special. The shift started at 4 p.m, it was a Slough area, and we were due to finish at midnight. Anyway, we had an entertaining 8 hours, really engrossing. First time I've donned a uniform in public, and it's amazing when you put the uniform on, you're a different person altogether, and the perception of the public, even people who know you, who knew you, they don't see you when you're in that uniform. Anyway, it was about midnight. We're about to head back to Slough police station, and on the radio a call came through that there's a disturbance in one of the difficult estates in Slough. The senior special said, should we take it or should we go back to the station? Now, we were all enjoying ourselves so much. 8 hours had just flown by. So we said, we'll take it. Anyway, we took the call, we got to this estate. Anyway, when we got there, there were about half a dozen youths, I don't know, congregating. So the senior special said, all right, get out, back me up, I'm going to go and check the situation out. He said, Qasim, you stay near the vehicle. So I stayed near the vehicle, obviously following orders. The next thing I noticed, I get an order from my senior special, after them, after them. So it's about midnight, I'm after, I don't know, half a dozen youths just running down the alleyway, I'm chasing them. Anyway, everything kicks off. And just imagine, you only get taught this in training school, but it's happening there in life. And we're chasing these 6 youths. 2 of the other officers are elsewhere. Anyway, we had to apprehend 2 females who actually were throwing stones on a house. We stopped one of the girls, the other officer stopped the other girl, we pulled them back, but then everything kicked off. There was half a dozen other youths congregating on us. We thought this is a difficult situation. The senior officer captured half of the people because it was a very threatening situation. He did say back off and they weren't listening. The next thing, because we were 2 new junior officers, he couldn't take the risk, and rightly so, he hit the emergency button. And we were only told about this emergency button. We have pocket radio, there's an orange button at the top. When the situation becomes desperate or dangerous, you hit the orange button. And he hit the orange button, and I have to say, within 5 minutes, we had 7 police cars, dog units, everyone congregating there, and I couldn't believe that was happening. It was the first ever shift, and we had an emergency 00. Anyway, I ended up getting home at 6 a.m. in the morning, so I can tell you, it was an awfully long first shift. Do it. I would say definitely do it. It's extremely rewarding, it's interesting, and it's fun. And I think when it's fun, you will enjoy it more, and actually you do the job better as well. It is a commitment, but Thames Valley Police, they train you well, so don't be afraid. They train you in all aspects of officer safety training, and they give you the knowledge. And once you do it, I can assure you, you wouldn't want to go home. That's how good it is.